Short pass brought in. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Justin Reed with the tackle.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, Connor gets it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
It's a gain of 10. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. They're going play action. It's Murray. Into the hands of Harrison. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And it's Bourne with a catch outright. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move that chain! Grow momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points.
Omaha. That's one.
Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Brings it in. And they're going to stop him after a 4-yard gain. That means 1st and goal is coming up. Offense in the hurry up here.
And the Cardinals, first down.
Benson. Scores. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead. Trey Benson, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said
is finish,
because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
They'll set up here for the point after. And he misses the point after, so this stays a 6-point game. Team out, so they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. defense has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Camaro. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Off the play action, Chuck. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a give inside to Camaro. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
First and 10 now from the 46. Pistol snap here to Shuck. Still going inside the 35. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Camara now on 1st and 10. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Shuck. Throw left side finds Johnson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play. And it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Tighten up. Let's go. 60 Bison. 60. Half the 60.
From the red zone now. Buying some time left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So it looks like it'll be 2nd and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Kamara does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Chuck has it in close, and he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Running for it, Kamara. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
And off to Benson to start the drive. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Goes to the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Murray from the pistol. Finds Benson on the check down. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First and 10, Murray. Finds Benson out of the backfield. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
First and 10.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. It's the first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He'd been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it. Right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. They still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
And 10 yards to go.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. See what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Returning it from the 4. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10. On play action, here's Shuck. That's caught left side by Bailey. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Here's Shuck, first and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Shuck now from the gun. Jump off caught by his back. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, first and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Murray. Into the crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. Into the end zone he goes, pick 6, and a New Orleans touchdown. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Fresh off the pick, here's Murray. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. It's a small gain up to the 38. Jonas Sanker in from the secondary, making that stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. It's the defense all over this one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Harrison secures this left side. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Hey. Omaha.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. It's cut by Harrison. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Connor. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. That's a 9-yard gain. Ball at 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Offense in a hurry up here.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Cardinals first down.
Here's Murray, 1st and 10. Catch is made in close. And it's another first down on his drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Cardinals
Benson
first down.
will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Beyond the line of scrimmage. A loss
So
of 2.
early movement for the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
4-yard line.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Second and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Brought in.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both tote the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet and short goals.
Moving quickly, trying to get set. And the defense escapes. And a nice run going. And the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on down.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Another run for Kamara. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shock working from the gun. This is reeled in by Taysom Hill. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Tried to get it to Chris Olave, and that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they do.
He'll pull his way in for a 4-yard pickup. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Kyler to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
On the draw, the give to Connor. Trying to catch him with a draw. It does not work. Send it backwards. And now they're left with a 4th down to figure out.
That was a beautiful picture, Kate, of stop the run on the way to the quarterback. 3rd downs, I don't mind a draw call. You're thinking pass. You want those defensive ends to come upfield. But kudos to that whole defense to stop that run on the way to the quarterback. Kate, he's going to be asking himself the same question on the walk back to the sideline, sitting on the bench, leaving the stadium, on the bus, wherever he goes. What went wrong? Why did the accuracy he shows in warm-ups disappear right when his team needed him the most?
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss to Kamara. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Swing here for Kamara. Still working past the 40. And he's finally brought down up to the 48. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Across the 40 on a nice run. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Just go give to Kamara. He comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Even though that run did not net them a 1st down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Handoff here for Miller. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Picked up with 2 here. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
He is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead to 7. in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Reed now to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Murray to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Men in the secondary for the Saints. 3rd down. They'll try to run it with Connor. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. They might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Cardinals trail by 8. Score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And the call won't work out. That's incomplete. We're going to have a change of possession on the other side of our 2-minute warning.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Running behind center with Camara. Oh no, the ball is loose. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot. Right, he's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We'll look to throw it. He's got Bourne left side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Here, 2nd and 9. Here he is to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect means it's 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
To throw. It's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. 72, 9 plays.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And that's just about good, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that's to lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
One effort from Smith is good. And the Saints lead by 15 now.
Cardinals 13.
Reed now to kick this one away. Power squib kick is taken in. So they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Setting up the screen here for Harrison. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
No gain on the play.
Back to throw. Murray. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
3rd and 7.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. So it's a win for the Saints. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.
finding out it's kinda dumb. Realize I am somebody that I don't know at all. Oh God, would you tell me why I'm born down to the bone? Even though I've only seen half of the world, I'm coming home. Hanging on the hope, I'm losing grip of time and space. Mind is running circles over something I can't change. I've tried knowing